And we're live. There we go. Oh man, now that we're here, let's discuss the fuck up Treyarch. It's they I got no other word. I got no other word for what they did. I got no as you saw on the title, how Treyarch grew into timelines with Black Ops Cold War. Hey Shuni. Um man. It's all right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Must just let me. Let's start from the beginning. Yeah, I know. I put in another thumbnail, not the dog one. I put the one where he's like laying down and saying we're sorry. But hey, all right, let's start from the beginning. We all knew that this last year was a pandemic year. We all knew that the grand majority of the community was okay with not a COD releasing last year. We were okay with Modern Warfare and Warzone, just keep pumping up content for it. Could be like, I don't know, funny events and everything. Even though it was not campaign related, but you could say, it would be fun, you know. I don't know, like competitions. I mean, you had the Hunting of Verdansk. The Hunting of Verdansk was uh the origin Easter egg song is called Archangel. Yeah, but I didn't put it because of the Easter egg and origins. Um, it has to do more so because of our clan that we had in the beginning. We had in Call of Duty Ghosts with my friends. We started a clan and we decided ourselves to call ourselves Fallen Angels, and each one had to choose. Like you had to put Fallen, but instead of an E, a three, and you had to put something else. So I just decided, why not an Archangel? What's more dangerous than a fallen angel? Fallen Archangel. That's it. Anyways, I'm glad you liked the new name. So now that that's out of the way, all right, there, changed. You guys know me, so let's see. Anyways, all right. So we were fine with not a con. We were fine with just content of Modern Warfare and Warzone. Yet still, they wanted a Call of Duty out. The first one that we actually noticed that it was going to be a Call of Duty, it wasn't from Treyarch. It was more so for Sledgehammers, and they were trying to do a Vietnam thing during the Cold War, actually. But they were not meeting the deadlines. They were messing up everything, so they had to call in Treyarch. Treyarch had to put the spoon in it. I think that's why they rushed everything. Like, sorry, they tried to get. I think that's why they didn't contact uh, James, because they had to find new actors quickly and cheaper in a way. But James would have gladly returned. It didn't matter, almost like the price. But I think they got scared with Sam Worthington, with who was the Hudson at that time? I think it was Michael Keaton. So many reprising roles never returned. So I guess it was that it was constriction of time. So they had to contact, even though Sledgehammer had his actors, but they had to contact them quickly and hey, this is a new script. Start practicing. We're getting some new actors and everything. Um, I haven't played Borderlands, big boy. I've heard of it. I've seen walkthroughs about it, so I'm so about the story, but I'm not so invested on it. Mostly because my gaming style is like a bit more militaristic than an RPG shooter. I think the only RPG shooter that I have officially done uh, is the Mass Effect trilogy. Damn, I'm saving enough to buy the Legendary Edition to actually play it again because it looks spectacular. So, anyways, let's go a bit back. So, I guess because of the constrictions of time, you got no James, you got no, um, you got no Sam, you got no Hudson, either Michael Keaton or the first Hudson, um, and then the storyline. What Ink Slasher's video said about Black Ops Cold War and Black Ops 1 being so similar, it's almost like they just said, hey, let's do this one. Just let's reverse here and there, and that's it. And we can add a little bit of noir to the theme of it, make it a little bit more detective. But if you look at it, it's badly executed to the degree that, how to put it, to the degree that you don't know Perseus, even though they say that you hunt Perseus, but you're not hunting Perseus, you're hunting his agents. So even though it's like, oh, we're hunting Perseus, dude, you're hunting his agents. You're trying to guess who his agents are in order for you to actually have confirmation of who might be Perseus or an organization. The thing with it is that they never touch Perseus. It's almost like they created a new baddie that surpasses Sakaev, surpasses Menendez, surpasses Dragovich. You're like, excuse me? And then you have the courage in the interviews. You can actually search in IGN and Charlie Intel. They actually said it. It's not a reboot. It's a soft reboot, and the continuation is through Modern Warfare and Black Ops 2. And that just messes up everything because then we have Modern Warfare, the one that we have right now, 2019. Even though when the boat rising wars in 2021, it's like, dude, 2025, you have drones, you have all this incredible technology of digital stuff. You have, if you remember Black Ops 2 campaign, you have the island called Colossus. That is like the 1%. It was never mentioned in Modern Warfare, or like saying, hey, the rich go to Colossus, maybe let's go there for a vacation. Nothing. Even in Warzone, like saying, hey, they might have intel of money coming from that private island. There's no information. Plus, putting a big baddie like Perseus, or even if it is one person or an organization, you put him above of two spectacularly good evil characters like Menendez and Sakaev, and saying he's more bad than Dragovich was in Black Ops 1 is like, dude, if you're saying that this is this is a sequel to Black Ops 1 and it's a prequel to Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops 2, I'm sorry, you just made a terrible mistake. Because then everything in the story doesn't make sense. Because then those games that were in the past, it's like, then where it's Perseus over here mentioned, whereas some of the characters that survive, like for example, what happens to Adler? It's just Cold War and that's it. Is he gonna get killed? Uh, Mason, like, and Woods with 85. You, where's the case to go and get Noriega? And if you pay attention to the Know Your History event that we have a Woods in Modern Warfare, and he's standing. In Black Ops 2 in '85, he is gets his knees blown up by Menendez in Panama. So having standing there, even though he looks old, but it's like, excuse me, uh, didn't you have your knees blown out? Do you have like the Batman thing on the knee? No mention. And he's in the faction of Demon Dogs. We can give it a pass on that regard if he is just a character to actually get people to buy or pre-order Black Ops Cold War, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll give it a pass. But then you confirm more that the enticement with Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare uh, is strong with the adding of Captain Price. Not just the Captain Price of Modern Warfare, the reboot, but if you pay close attention, he looks more like Lieutenant Price in the mission where Farah escapes the prison of Barkov. That's the way that he looks. Even though he has his SAS uniform from storming up from the first mission you met Captain Price in the OG Modern Warfare. That uniform. But here he has it in Cold War. And he looks a little bit younger than his counterpart in Modern Warfare. You're like, dude, then you're saying that Cold War is enticed deeply with Modern Warfare. And even before we had the event of Know Your History, we got the intels. And then it pointed out that Perseus and Adler, and Perseus trying to contact Sakaev, and then you didn't know if Adler was Perseus and everything. We follow the story, not only through Ink Slasher, but for us collecting the intel. Even Prestigious Key was getting videos on the intels, locations, and trying to guess what the progress of the story for Modern Warfare is going to be with the new Black Ops Cold War. And you have Treyarch saying in interviews, yes, this is enticed with this. I'm sorry, you just messed up the whole storyline. Then you would have to reboot Black Ops 2 in a different way. If you recall the last stream that I did with how they can introduce through Modern Warfare Commander David Mason and his team, the only way that you can actually do it is through Spec Ops. Like you add him a little bit in the campaign, and then separate for and Spec Ops doing missions, so you can see the chemistry between David Mason and Harper and Admiral Rains and Salazar and Crosby. Sorry, they just messed it up. It's a nice game. Borderlands 2 is the best. Oh well, I guess when I have the time or when I. But anyways, so they messed up. Let's explain it story wise, step by step. First of all, the introduction of Perseus affects dramatically the storyline that was given in Black Ops 1 and in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, the part where you're in the past, in the 80s, like 83, 84, you would have to explain uh, if Menendez relationship with Perseus, because in the Black Ops 2, in the first mission where you play as Alex Mason and you go and rescue Woods, there's no mention of Perseus. And when you meet Menendez, he's just a weapons trafficker, but he's working for his own. He's not working for Perseus. He's not working for a strange organization. It's more so that he's a weapons trafficker that wants America destroyed because of them killing his father, but his father was a drug lord. And before that, because of the American businessman that wanted money quickly. So there's his hatred for the United States, but still, it's his own mission to destroy America, not not Perseus trying to recruit him to destroy America. He has his personal reasons. He wants to do it on his own, but he's never established that he contacts Perseus or he has contacts with great power. That's fault number one. Fault number two, Dragovich. It is mentioned that he was that he knew Perseus, but he's never mentioned. If you pay attention to the Black Ops 1 storyline, it's Dragovich working on his own and just getting the people he wants to destroy America. And then, because he took over America and Europe, he's going to take over by himself the Russian army, because he then is like, hey, I did this and you didn't do it. I'm the one that's taking all the credit and I'm taking the power. So, everybody, I just got an enter message. So, in regards to that, we have we have a lot of problems there. Now, what is the next thing that we can do? That is like they messed up. Well, simple. By saying that Cold War is a connection to Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare is like the prequel to Black Ops 2, or even though if it continues its own way, uh, when it reaches 2025, it's the technological gap. If you look at Black Ops 2 technology 2025, and you look at Modern Warfare 2019, and even though Warzone says that it's 2021, you got a huge problem. The technology that is shown in both games doesn't match. That's another problem. How are you going to fix it? Plus, in Modern Warfare, it's not said that China is growing militaristic, not even in drones, nor in technology. You just put yourself into a hole. You would have to reboot Black Ops 2 and change it almost in its entire history. Another problem that they add in: how does Price know about Perseus, or if it's even mentioned? How does he knows just of Sakaev? If you see the ending of Modern Warfare 2019, he wants to stop Sakaev. He doesn't care about Perseus, and if he knows about Perseus, and he only wants to stop Sakaev, that tells you that he's ignoring the big the big baddie. That's another problem. It's not consistent with story. Another thing is, if the recruitment of David Mason. If David Mason is as good as his father was, why is he not recruited to Task Force 141? Why isn't not he even mentioned in the cutscene of the when Price is going after Victor stopping the nuke? It's like you only hear Soap through the radio, and that's it. Oh, they're teaching Soap, but even Soap doesn't say, "Hey, I'm here with David," or David Mason, or "I'm here with the SEAL team guys." It was not even teased, which actually brings us to the point that the whole storyline for Modern Warfare wanted to be independent of Black Ops Cold War, but because Treyarch said no, it's prequel to Modern Warfare 2019, and it continues through Black Ops 2, and it's like, you just ruined the timelines. You just ruined it. Because then you're forcing everything to end quickly, like right now, and then you have to explain the huge boosts in technology in less than 2 years. Like you have to end it everything in 2023 and then explain that in 2 years everything went wrong, everything went rare earth elements, a lot of stuff. I I think they shot themselves in the foot. Shuni, you still there? Come on, Shuni, answer. Oh, very good. So those are the things that they messed up. I don't think that they messed up, and but it's more so within the game. They never establish the doubt that Perseus could be an organization. Adler is always adamant that Perseus is a guy that we have to stop. Okay, but the, here's the thing: by establishing adamantly, like a character establishing that the big baddie of everything is a guy, it leaves little room for actually to expand it. That maybe it's not a guy. It's almost like they tried to do the Ra's al Ghul theme of the first Batman of the Christopher Nolans, like saying, "Oh, it's just to hide his true identity," and then Ra's al Ghul will say, "No, it might be an ideal that an organization is carrying it out. So even though my name is Ra's al Ghul, the idea of Ra's al Ghul of exterminating the bad thing, like cleansing everything, carries on through the League of Shadows. It's like they tried to do that, but they've missed the mark because the good guy, Adler, saying, "Oh, I have years pursuing Perseus." Dude, you bring that up like just now, just in 81, 82, and then why Hudson hasn't said anything if they know that Dragovich was trying to work with, or Perseus was trying to work with Dragovich, but they sent him off. They messed up in introducing new characters. That's the thing that I can say. They messed up the whole storylines, even the storyline of Black Ops. Let's start from that. The storyline of Black Ops was simple. First one, you stop Dragovich. You still have the numbers to contend because you had the sleeper agents that were still asleep. Uh, you could have said that somebody was trying to, like somebody from the KGB was trying to grab Dragovich's thing and start it again. But we had Black Ops 2 and it was more plausible, you know, a new baddie and it carries out to the future. It was good. You had the messed up story of Black Ops 3. That was just so messed up. There's an hour and a half video of a guy trying to explain the story of Black Ops 3. The only thing that I got from it was train go boom. That's it. Then you have James trying to write Black Ops 4 and have the story make it fit between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. You know, so it will be Black Ops 4 is like a Black Ops 2.5. Yeah, let's not go there, Shuni. So that's another thing. That's so you have a stream of individual stories, but they have a carry on within it. The problem with introducing Perseus as the top big baddie is that you already have established a timeline that goes way into the future, beyond the 80s. And it's never mentioned. Not even hinted nor nothing that someone could be or an organization could be behind these events. That is your first big mistake. If you wanted to put a big old baddie, then it means that you have to reboot Black Ops, the other games, even though it's going to be the same like number, but you have to put it like, I don't know, a subtitle on it. You have to yeah, you would have to reboot all those games that spoke about the future. You had to create a new timeline for it. That's just within the timeline of Black Ops. By adding Perseus in Cold War, you just messed up Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. You would have to retcon a lot of shit. You would have to rewrite and establish, no, this is the new Black Ops 2. Or this is an alternate Black Ops 2. This is an alternate Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. That actually Black Ops 4 is Black Ops 2.5. It's a lot of stuff. That's just in the Black Ops line. So you just made Dragovich a weak ass character, even though he's a well-rounded evil character, same as Menendez. Uh, you destroyed um, you destroyed the future because you established that in 2025 you had drones, you had digital stuff. Um, Oh well, that's with enticing it with Modern Warfare 2019. But all that Menendez does in 2025, it's because of also Perseus. Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, the same. It's like, dude, there's no mention of him. You just inserted something that was not necessary. And then you fucked up uh, everything leading to 85. Because you could say, well, if Perseus fell over here, well, he can actually be with Noriega doing some stuff, and 85 would be just a little bit justified. But Noriega makes a deal with Menendez to kill Mason and to injure Woods, or get them killed, like Hudson, Woods, and Mason. But dude, you just messed up. That's just in the Black Ops line, storyline. And then you fucked up another storyline by saying Cold War is a prequel to Modern Warfare 2019 because they're linked in this reboot of Modern Warfare. You're like, dude, Modern Warfare was going to be its own story. If you wanted an integration of Black Ops universe and Modern Warfare universe, you should have done a reboot instead of just saying, "Oh, it's a soft one and it continues through this," and then no, you don't just they did the same thing with Black Ops 4. We have no idea what to carry on post Black Ops 3. We don't have a new idea for a Call of Duty. What do we do? Oh, let's put a game that it's between this and this in order to explain. But you have no campaign. Why? Because you had a fucking battle royale system in there instead of having a campaign. You should have said, we're going to give you the disc. In the disc is going to be the battle royale, multiplayer, and zombies. Then you download the campaign in order for you to actually not have any problems. That would have been easy. Then you would have a campaign that would actually explain between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. But no, the exclusion of the campaign, that was one of the reasons that I didn't bought that Call of Duty. It was the second one that I didn't buy actually. The first one was World War II. My brother bought it thinking it was going to be good World War II story. He lent it to me. I played the campaign. After I finished the campaign, I was like disgusted because it was like a recreation of Saving Private Ryan movie, just video game type, and you had many shit wrong. The Garand's ping didn't sound like a ping, uh, and it didn't sound frequently. And you're like, dude, I can find videos of guys shooting the M1 Garand, like clip after clip, and always sound. It makes that ping, ping, and you shoot it continuously over here, and when it once you hear the ping. That's in the campaign. I didn't touch multiplayer and neither. And nothing. I didn't touch. Modern Warfare was one that brought me back because it seemed interesting and I fell in love with the game. But then having this Cold War integration as a storyline, no. Then then you fucked up Modern Warfare's continuation, Modern Warfare 2. What are you gonna do with it? It's like then you have to integrate it with Perseus and I don't know, Sakaev. Modern Warfare 2 was going to be like you versus Sakaev, and maybe you meet Makarov. Makarov is going to be the third one. Now you have to put in Perseus. What the like Angry Joe says, no, bad Treyarch, bad Treyarch. That's why I have a failsafe for the rewriting of COD Ghost. If they wanted to integrate it as Warzone and make it like a continuous lines, I'm like and I have the failsafe and I'm writing it. And it's like you're not going to make it an integration to Modern Warfare Black Ops. They're not connected. They're separate. It's another universe and nothing to do with Modern Warfare, nothing to do with Black Ops. It's its own verse. Because I can understand Activision trying to unite all the games through Warzone, but don't unite the storylines. If you unite the storylines, it makes no sense on the continuation of the stories. We have to wait and see what fuck up they come up with now with World War II Vanguard. Because it's supposed to be World War II. What are you going to do? The formation of Perseus? Are you going to fuck up that up even more? They're going to put another bad guy that works with Perseus and it's never mentioned in Cold War and never touched in future games. I know it seems like a rant, but it's if you're going to introduce a story between stories, make it so that it is consistent with what you already have and that it doesn't affect the timeline seriously. With them introducing Perseus as above Dragovich and Menendez, it hurts the story because then you're saying why wasn't Perseus mentioned in the other games? You didn't dispose of Perseus. And if Perseus was an organization, it was never established, neither the doubt of it, because the evil ending is not canon. Even though the guy that approaches you and says Perseus, like in the subtitle, he says, and they think Perseus is, and they think Perseus is just one man. Perseus is an idea, an organization, and it's like, dude, then establish that on the campaign itself. Make the characters doubt that it's one person, that it's an organization. So that Adler would be like, holy shit, I'm pursuing one man and they are leading me to just one man, when it can be an entire fucking organization. Oh man. I just it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. They have to fix it. And the only way to actually fix it is to say, hey, we're going to reboot Black Ops 2 in order for it to make sense. It's the only way that I can find out to actually solve all this. I know they want to entice everything in Warzone, but dude, no. You don't do it like that. I understand you want characters and the new ones going in and it looks awesome. Hey, you're playing with this and this and that. Yes, but never make it like uh, a forced connection, as you might say. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking over there at Treyarch or even Active. I know Activision just wants to publish and be happy with their shareholders, so they have to produce money. But dude, they should they should just think clearly. It's not just push content out. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. It's like, dude, if you start doing that, games are gonna get worse and worse and worse in storylines and campaigns. Uh, and even though everybody jumps into multiplayer, here here now and then they're gonna hop off. They're going to try the campaign. They want to try alternate modes like zombies or extinction in order to rest a little bit from multiplayer. So yeah, yes, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Stalker. If you look at it, with that simple action of introducing Sakaev, Imran Sakaev, in Black Ops Cold War, and making it so that Modern Warfare 2019 is the sequel of Black Ops Cold War, then you fucked up. Because Price is not looking for Sakaev, then Price is looking for Perseus. But if he ignores Perseus and goes after Sakaev, then you're not going against the big baddie. You're going against one of his foot soldiers. So what's the point of Perseus then? Then Modern Warfare 2 is going to be what? Stop Sakaev, and then all of a sudden Perseus comes in and Price ignored all the threat. He was never ready for it. He never knew. Of course, he might have knew, but Treyarch just fucked up. And I guess that's what we have established right now. That putting a big baddie that surpasses the ones that are already established, and never in games, in games that are put into the future, are never he's never mentioned, neither hinted, not of nothing. It means one thing: you fucked up if you're not gonna reboot it. They have to reboot Black Ops 2. Make it a new one. It's not gonna be futuristic. It's not gonna be just like Menendez. It's like, oh, they're trying to hunt Menendez, but at the same time, any information against uh, that will help us against Perseus, we're gonna collect. I mean, if Menendez knew about Perseus, Menendez would have easily taken over the world. He wouldn't have needed his fucking PMCs and the Middle Eastern army. He would have done everything differently. That's for starters. And if Perseus is still an organization, it would have carried on into Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. But it's nowhere. Just think about it. Sit down, think about it. By introducing that small little detail, you messed up everything. Plus, the introduction of Atler, the introduction of Park. I'm not saying that they're bad characters. They're good characters, but they're not mentioned in future games. What I mean by future games is if Cold War is the prequel of Modern Warfare 2019 and they say Black Ops is that game is the prequel of Black Ops 2. In Black Ops 2, you don't never hear about an Adler, neither Park, neither Sims. Where are they? They're not mentioned. They're not brought upon. And you just put them in there randomly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's just they messed up. I feel like I've been ranting a lot, but I'm so disgusted of the story of what Treyarch did without thinking, without sitting on their ass and saying, okay, if we're gonna develop a story, let's at least make it make sense, even though it's like a rehash theme of Black Ops One. Let's make it make sense. Don't put Perseus above Dragovich or Menendez, and put an ending that you find out that it's an organization and they're trying to dismantle little by little. That way, when Black Ops 2 in the part of 1985 hits, you can actually just uh, put in, oh, by that time that 85 hits, the organization is already dismantled, or by a certain date, and it was dismantled by Menendez because he had competition. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But they didn't do that over here. Oh, man. Ah, ranting and raving. Yeah. You got to drink water while you do that. So, I wanted to do another stream Monday, and I'm going to do it Monday. I sent out an email to Ink Slasher asking if he wants to join to help me like make sense. Like, how can they make sense on this fucked up, on this big fuck up that it makes its own little small fuck ups? How they can fix it into the future. Um, Still, if he doesn't answer, if he can't join for Monday or Wednesday, if he answers me today or tomorrow, uh, and he says that he's not available, we're still gonna do it. If he answers me Sunday or he cancels, but anyways, there's gonna be a stream Monday, and we're gonna discuss um, how we can fix this. The only thing that I can say right now, the way to fix it, like in general, is a reboot Black Ops 2. It's the only way. I'm gonna go into greater detail because I need to actually sit down, have a think of it, how they can implement it, because it's crucial not only for the Black Ops storyline, but the Modern Warfare reboot storyline. How can you fix it after you just fucked up this? Because, like Stalker said, they introduced it in Ram Sakayev in Black Ops Cold War, stating that Cold War is the prequel to Modern Warfare 2019. How? How? How you do that? And I bet it wasn't even with. It's like, hey, can we introduce this character? It's like, sure, yeah, I guess, but it was never established how. New game is left off when they utilize. Yes, yes, but here's the thing, and even though you touch MP of Cold War, everyone has said it. The multiplayer of Black Ops Cold War is a downgrade from the one that we have in Modern Warfare 2019 because they decided to use the engine that I hate the most, Black Ops 3 engine. When I played it in the campaign, um, it was Shuni, you gotta go. Just stay a little bit. I'm finishing the stream. Um, no, don't go, Shuni. No. Well, if you have to go, go. We'll talk later in Discord. Um, but yeah, I could feel it. It's the Black Ops 3 engine. They just took out the advanced movement. The guns feel like that. The sounds of the guns, god damn it, they don't sound like guns. I go to Modern Warfare and they sound like guns. And I know it because, well, over here in Mexico, I've heard gunshots on the streets when I was a little younger. Um, and I went to a shooting range when I went to visit my grandma in 2019. So, anyways, to finish it up, next stream is going to be Monday at 2 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to discuss how Treyarch can fix this, because it's necessary that they have to sit down and fix this storyline because they just messed up. And I know that they might have content in advance for 3 months, but if they don't check the storyline, that will make it compute to Black Ops 2. They're gonna have a serious problem creating new games. And I know you want to mix it with Warzone, to make it everything collide in Warzone, but there are ways to do it, and that's not one of the ways. But anyways, what we can actually do right now is just wait until Monday, 2 p.m. Central Time. We're going to discuss those fixes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see what I have done, I've done a review of Modern Warfare 2019. There's a playlist over there. I rewrote Call of Duty Ghosts, and I even have a failsafe if they want to integrate it to Warzone in order for it to actually work, like to separate itself from Warzone and continue its own damn story without conjuncting it with Modern Warfare or Black Ops. It's not needed. So I know Call of Duty is Call of Duty, but you're not. Call of Duty ain't Marvel. So stop trying to be Marvel. Marvel has made it in a way that it was plausible. Over here is not. Stop trying to be Marvel. Be your own thing. That's all I can say to Activision. And no, it sounds cool to integrate every character into the same universe, but it's not plausible. The storylines are too different. So, with that said, thank you for so much for coming. Like, share, subscribe. Go and watch Sergeant's stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 Pacific. Go watch the Awfully Irish podcast. And please go watch my friend Jan Moore with his interviews. Even though he started his channel, he has done some great interviews. I like his interviews. Please support him by watching his content and sharing it. So have a nice weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Stalker, I need your opinions. Well, your opinion on what I have done on Call of Duty Ghost. So for your homework, watch all the streams or even just hear them. And then you tell me if it sounds good or not. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. Have a nice weekend. See you tomorrow on Sergeant's stream, if he wants to make put me live. If not, I'll see you Monday. Follow an Archangel out.